Testing. You need to test now.
Test. Test, test.
God, you suck at tests.
Test. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to High Tales with the Lit Sisters. I'm Nicole.
I'm Marissa.
And we are back with the first episode of Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, the second book of the first duology of the Crowns of Nyaxia series.
And
Whoa.
our first vampire in the fantasy realm.
True. But we're on the second book now where the shit really happens.
Yes. I will say I like the second book better than the first.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Way better, explains a lot. You ended the last book
Pissed.
really annoyed.
I was really pissed.
Yeah, and I'm like, just wait.
If I would have read that book, I wouldn't have read the second one if I would have had to wait a year to read it. I was that pissed.
I could actually see that.
I was that pissed. Dude, I stopped watching Sons of Anarchy because I was just so pissed at a character. I stopped watching Game of Thrones because I was pissed at a character.
Okay, which ones? We need to...
Okay, so for...
Both of those are two of my top 5 binge series things I've ever watched.
So I will say Sons of Anarchy, it's when they were finally going to get away. In the van, she breaks her hand,
Tara.
all of that.
Yeah, you stopped watching after that?
I was so pissed because he went back to the gang after that instead of just fucking going.
Yeah.
So I stopped watching that.
You never even got to. So Sons of Anarchy is also one of 2, I think, things I have ever watched that deeply emotionally affected me.
Yeah.
Like a character died and what was done to a character affected me. I had to pause and not watch it for a minute. And with Sons of Anarchy, the character that died, I cried the next day. It really affected me. It was gruesome, and you didn't realize how emotionally connected you were to the characters. Character. And then just the way it happened, in front of it just...
Yeah.
If you guys have watched Sons of Anarchy, you all know exactly who and what I am talking about without me having to be specific at all.
Look at you with no spoilers.
And I'm not, because if you go back, I don't want to spoil it for you. I think you should go back and watch it.
Oh, maybe that'll be one of my...
Literally one of the
the background.
Oh, yeah, it still affects me. Me and Derek still sometimes, it's part of our life. If something's really bad and it's well... I can't say it. Anyways.
It's as bad as such and such death.
Yeah, exactly. And then what was Game of Thrones?
It was that torture person, Lord Bolton.
Oh, yeah. He was an ass.
Yeah.
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 I always talk about Joffrey, I think, more because he's it's almost funny because he's such a fucking pipsqueak.
But he was Bolton, a little privileged brat kid.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Bolton is give you nightmares a decade later.
Yeah.
He was evil.
Yeah, he was.
And them dogs.
Yep. Nope.
Mm-mm. So, little prequel. You're nodding at me. Little prequel. One thing. We were going to move on. The Crowns of Nyaxia is 3 duologies, right? With a novella or 2 shoved in there as well. We were going to go on to the next duology after these 2. And I think we've switched gears. And we're going to shift to... Drum roll, please. We're going to go into Crescent City.
Yeah.
Ooh. Because we want to expand our Sarah J. Maas universe in preparation for the other books coming out that we know are coming out. And some of them we don't know when, but we know they're going to be there. Yeah. So we're going to move on. I'm excited to start Crescent City as well.
Yes. Crescent City. I'm actually a little intimidated by Crescent City.
Are you? I don't think you should be. From what my coworker said, she's like, I don't really get all the hype where people are saying it's so confusing. She's like, it's a fantasy book. It's what you would expect.
So I will say...
I don't think it's as complex as Red Rising.
Okay. I struggle when there are a lot of culturally different names, especially if all the names are very similar to each other.
They have like cell phones. So it's
That
more
doesn't help me
modern.
with what their
No,
name
it's a
is.
more modern setting.
Version.
So I don't know if there's going to be a bunch of. No, that's not true.
Like
The
Game of
main
Thrones.
character, the female main character is Bryce.
Okay, I can say Bryce.
Yeah. And apparently she's cool.
Oh, it's a girl, Bryce.
Yeah, female main character. That's what that means.
Well, there can be male main characters.
No, I said the female main character is Bryce.
I didn't hear female. Rewind
Roll
the tape.
Roll the tape. We're slightly intimidated, but I think we'll be fine.
It's a big book.
All 3 books are like 800 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will go back to the second duology because I've already bought the books.
Oh, yeah, me too. Because I've already bought the books.
'Cause
I've invested already. Investment made, so follow through. Yes, gonna happen.
I will say, if the editor in this group would have gotten their shit together earlier this summer.
Are you going to call yourself out
yeah,
right now?
I am.
Look at this accountability.
See?
It's okay. We're moms with jobs.
Yeah.
And your job kind of kicked your ass this summer.
Well, I feel like I went through like a mini midlife crisis over the summer.
Okay.
And I just stopped doing everything.
It's okay. Sometimes we need to detach, and you needed to detach, and that's fine.
This summer was the summer of detachment.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking the middle fingers all the way home.
I don't think you have to apologize. Or wait, did you? Sorry.
No, I did not.
Good for you. Don't. It's what you needed. Anyways.
Get your shit together, Marissa.
No. You hush. You don't say that. That's my daughter. You don't say that.
Or our grandma.
We don't know.
They both have the same accent.
Pretty much. Fumiko lives with me. I really should have pushed for her middle name to be Fumiko.
I wanted my daughter middle name to be Fumiko too.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good.
The colonizers in our life nixed it. Or cut that.
Take all of this out.
Future Marissa.
By the way,
right now. No.
A lot of our future Marissa things I'm keeping in there.
Oh, I do that a lot.
I know. But some of them I do take out.
I just hope
some
it makes you smile.
Funny.
Like when you re-listen to it, you're like, that's me.
Yeah,
that's this bitch.
It does.
Future Marissa.
But there's some of them where it's like, where you're like, that doesn't happen yet. And I'm like, oh, okay. We'll talk about it later. And then like you say future Marissa, cut that. And I'm just like, just keep it. It's funny. It's cool.
Well, that's kind of why I do future Marissa. Because
it was purposeful.
It's
okay.
Like a
I thought
skit.
you said
it's
it was
skit.
because
it's like
you wanted me to laugh.
It's a well-written, planned out script.
This whole thing is a script. We're just really good actresses.
It's like reality TV, like it's scripted situations.
We've got 2 producers behind us.
Obviously. Hey, if we would have hit the Powerball.
Yes.
I was
so
gonna
mad.
give you this was gonna be our job.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to buy Powerball tickets and donate it to High Tales with the Lit Sisters,
I don't know if anybody will do.
We could do a big pot. No, I'm just kidding. Cut all this out, future Marissa. We cannot talk about gambling on the podcast. I do not promote gambling unless it's legal. Yeah, there you go. It's got to be legally binding.
Which the lottery is.
Got to be legally binding. All right, we are here. We digress dramatically, obviously. We are here to talk about that first episode of Ashes in the Star Cursed King. So Marissa is going to kind of give us state of the world. Are we ready for that? Or no?
Yes.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me, Swan?
Because that was a very awkward intro, but it was one of those things where it was like, Marissa, it's your turn to start talking. That was your nice way of saying, okay, you took the first part.
You're supposed to kind of take this. I'm just going to keep talking about random shit if you don't take over.
Well, I think that's happened to us a couple times where we look at the time and it's like, oh shit, we've been introing for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the sun starts to go down and I'm like, what time is it? We haven't even started. Shit.
And then the book part is like 5 minutes.
We better hurry up. I hear my family needs me.
Okay. So, where we left off. Orea's father was brutally murdered by her love interest after she sacrificed her wish to bring him back to life.
Wish.
But he like he was dead because she murdered him. But I digress.
We don't know. We actually don't know. She thinks he might have pulled the sword. She doesn't know.
Who knows? But she knows he murdered her dad.
I don't know if it's really murder, if that's how murder. I just heard that. If that's how her dad became king. Like, can you really judge? I don't know.
I don't think we need to change the description. I think we need to call a murder. Just because you murder a murderer, Dexter.
It's payback murder.
Okay.
Payback murder.
So, Raihn murdered her dad, but not only that, like, she was taken captive, and he said, don't worry, keep her alive. I'll just rape her like they raped our queen.
I did feel like, look, I'm already defending him.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
I did very obviously get he was putting on a front, but I also think in both books we get a purview into his actual feelings and all of that, right? That she might not necessarily have, or the public might not necessarily have. I just know he's a good guy already, so he's obviously like trying to protect her. You
think a lot of murderers are good guys, man?
No.
Okay.
Hey, in war game we be warring, okay?
Okay, fine.
You play vampire games, you win vampire fucking prizes.
Okay. I still think she changed her wish.
Yeah.
Raihn could have changed his wish.
Yeah. She really is the softest, hard person I think I've ever, I want to say read.
It's because she's part human.
She really is a good person, but is like, no, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.
Uh-huh.
I'm a badass bitch.
I'm going to enter a fight with a bunch of vampires.
But then she does this fight as a human, wins against all vampires, and says, I wish he would have won. After being such a badass.
I feel like she could have been smarter with her wish.
No, she's smart.
You could have gotten a lot more out of the wish than just, I wish he would have won.
Well, it was smart because it means he's alive. Yeah, I don't know. What else could you have done?
I wish to have the power to bring people back.
Well, also, what did she think he was going to do when he won?
She never asked what, but she told him what she was. Why didn't she say, what's your wish, man?
How did you not know? He's Raihn.
But she didn't know he was the heir.
Right. But how did you not know it was going to be something that would negatively affect your father?
And
even if it was, I wish for the Raihn heir to be marked, like revealed.
Yeah.
And challenged the throne.
And she knows that the Raihn are bombing stuff and pressuring.
Yeah.
Like, Raihn was tortured because they were asking him questions about it.
It had to have been something, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Maybe
Rain's
it was
a dick.
smart.
No, it wasn't smart. She could have
Agree
more effectively used her wish, in my opinion.
To disagree.
IMO. Okay, but anyway, we start this book off actually hearing Raihn's perspective of that fight.
Yeah, and did you think it was Vincent at first? Because it was like the king, because it's third person, right?
Yeah.
The king recognized this and da-da-da-da. And I just thought it was Vincent.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's Raihn. Oh, Raihn's king. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely felt that. But it took it all the way from him, like, making the deal with Septimus to save Orea's life. And he even says, I just sold my kingdom. for her life. Like, she's gonna win, she deserves it. Like, he's actually just like conceded that he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then him coming back to life, him murdering her dad, from Raihn's perspective, where you really hear how he's taking in Orea's faces and how he's like feeling through it all. So this made me soften a little, because you did really
because
hear
he's like so in love with her. Like, when you hear his inner thoughts, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's so into her. He's like, she's devastatingly beautiful. And,
yes.
Yeah.
But he's an idiot. Because he still just murdered her dad.
Oh my God, you're going to annoy me. I can already tell through these 3 episodes. We're not making it. We're not. I can't.
Okay. This is fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
He knows too.
Yeah. He messed up.
He's treading on water.
Yeah. But anyway, so Orea is now prisoner.
Yeah.
We actually hear she's in her old room. She's just been devastated for however long it's been since it happened.
Deeply depressed.
Yeah.
Deeply affected. Yeah.
And she wakes up. She's in her room. She hears a banging on the door. She ignores it. She's like, She's
like, I know who the fuck that is.
And she's just pissed. And I love how pissed she is. I think it's all appropriate. And so finally, the knocks come so annoyingly that she gets to the door and she's like, you knock one more time. And Raihn's standing there and he has his hand up because he was about to knock one more time. But he didn't.
Yeah.
And he, the whole time, is just kind of like poking and prodding her.
He eats the humble pie. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. And frankly, I think she's actually keeping it together pretty good.
Yeah.
She is battling in her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of what's in her head is devastation and anger.
Yeah.
Because she just feels tricked. Because she doesn't hear Raihn's inner thoughts.
Yeah.
And she's in her head saying, he tricked me. This was a plan all along.
To, betrayed.
Yeah. I was, Vincent's human. You
got to think of it. She's been solo her whole life.
Yeah.
Because even her dad, secluded her almost. So this is maybe the second person she's ever let in.
Yeah.
Besides Vincent, and he just killed him. It's a big betrayal.
Well, the first person she let in almost killed her.
Who? Vincent?
No, her first time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so third person ever in her entire life. I forgot about that. So that even doubles down the betrayal she also feels right now.
You can't trust
anybody. But
anybody.
Also, she is always conflicted with that in her head because she actually knows him, recognizes him, knows he's not a bad guy. So she's struggling with it. It's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
So Raihn hands her clothes and is like, we've got a meeting. Don't even complain about the outfit. She's just like, what the fuck ever.
She knows he's trying to poke her.
Yeah. I'm not going to play into this. Fine. I'll wear stupid clothes. And they actually go to this meeting and it is all of the Raihn nobility.
Oh, one thing, when he comes, he's got the crown on.
Yeah.
And do you remember her inner thoughts?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, the last time I saw that, it was on my father's head. I wonder if people had to pick his hair out to clean it up. I wonder how they cleaned it up or something along those lines.
Yeah. I will also say she got really pissed off when she saw it on Raihn's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was just like, you freaking hypocrite. But she also noticed different things because she knows him really well.
Yeah.
Like, she lived with him.
Yeah.
And she's like...
And frankly, loves him. She loves him. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Deep down inside. Maybe. Deep down. But she, notices, oh, he's got to tell.
Yeah.
He's nervous right now.
Yeah.
He's just pontificating. He's just playing a part. She sees all of this that he's doing. And she's like, okay, he's not as hard as my dad.
I think she was starting to get the ick when she was going through that. He plays every part, conqueror, king, da da. I was kind of reading that in a snide. I'd be getting the ick, in all honesty. You see your dad's crown on Raihn's head. I
read it as I know the real him. He's playing a part.
Honestly,
for all
I
these
think
people.
It's both because it is
maybe.
Yeah. That is what it was. But then she was annoyed that she knew all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking pissed that I recognize that. That I even know that. Okay, so they get into the room and there's chairs behind the throne. And she is like, my father's throne, not my father's throne anymore. Yeah. And Raihn goes up there and like pulls one of the chairs right next to his throne for her to sit. She's like, I refuse to be moved by that gesture. I refuse to think that is nice. And she also points out that through the like windows, you can see like battles going on all over the city. So she's like, all right, my people aren't going down without a fight, but they're also dying right now all over. Yeah. Septimus comes strolling in, and I just like, you know, the sleazy
the cigarillo,
and he's got the cigarette, and Raihn's like, put that out, and he's like on his palm. Psst. Like, can't you just see a little grown-up Malfoy like being a little bitch?
What they say is like it went from smelling the cigarette smoke to smelling burning flesh.
Yeah.
It's like not really an upgrade in the scent here, but
so
man, you must be smoking a lot.
No, I'm kind of sick, guys. I have fallen ill. So Kyrus, do we have to remind ourselves who Kyrus is? Kyrus was where they took Misha.
Yeah.
One of the guards. He asked Kyrus about Vale, and he's like, boat must be late. And Raihn's like, all right, let them all in. So all the nobles come in, and they make a note. Raihn makes a note in his head that it's like all the ones Vincent let survive, that like scurried to secluded areas to not be found for the last 200 years. And he sitting there torturing himself and his thoughts about how last time I was in this room with all of these people, I was a slave. I wonder if they remember. I wonder if I was just a body.
Yeah.
That anybody could do whatever with and stuff like that. So he was terrified. In all honesty, internally, he was terrified. Through all of it, you could feel the energy of like disgust. Because not only is he a turned vampire, which is the lowest of vampires, he was a slave and now he's king. So no one's really fucking buying this shit. And then Raihn sees
a lot of the people were part of the torture team.
Right. They've been nobles for 1,000 years, even 500 years.
He was
right?
a slave to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and even the fact that he's like, I wonder if they'll remember. Girl.
They remember.
Yep. Girl.
Yep. They know your heritage.
But that's how low he thought, like, I think I was just like another chair. Or I was a possession. Do they even know that we were people? Anyways, Raihn sees a familiar face. And the thought we get is he looks just like Nikolai. Raihn is very much posturing through this whole thing. And you know that it's fake. I'm just hoping it doesn't look as fake as I'm actually reading it in his inner thoughts. But he's like, I thought I invited your brother and Martis. He was supposed to be here. And he's like, he couldn't make the journey.
He's very busy.
He's a busy person. These are Nikolai's cousins. So they look a lot alike. And so Raihn's like, I guess you'll be swearing fealty on his behalf, huh? And he says, and I'm going to quote this because it's bitchy. My brother only swears fealty to the rightful king of the House of Night, and I bow only to that man. You are no king. I've seen the way you've defiled yourself, and I cannot bow to someone who has done such things, nor to someone who stands on a dais beside a blood-born prince. I just was thinking, the victim blaming right now, like he's the one who held himself down while they did. He's thinking this too. Raihn is thinking this. Like, I'm the one who held myself down. Like you weren't there holding me down while these things happened.
But it also confirms that he knows he remembers all of it.
Yeah, they
which
all
would just
remember.
Feel so embarrassing.
I was just gonna say, mortifying. So he has to posture. Obviously, he kind of is playing with him back and forth. And then when he insults Aurea, Raihn loses it.
Yeah.
And he's graphic, right? He's like, why do you need the rest of that? Like, I understand why you're keeping her, but you only need like a mouth and a Meehoo. I didn't say it, even though I love the word too. I wanted to say it. I really did.
I appreciate your sensitivity.
He loses it. The room goes white, then black, and you hear a thud, and then Raihn is holding his head in his hands. And it says he has a twisted face of confusion. So I just imagine the head like, and it's like you're like frozen in time like that. Pretty badass, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
At that point, Raihn like looks over at Aurea and he says, bloodthirsty satisfaction was like on her face. They're so meant for each other. It was beautiful. And he was like, there she is. First time I've seen something like fight in her eyes. Because remember, she's super, super depressed. So Raihn postures big, goes big or goes home. I'm the night-born king. Do you think I'm going to beg for your respect? Your fear will do. Bow now.
And I was so scared nobody would bow.
Dude, it was tense.
It was.
It was tense.
Like, it felt like there was too many heartbeats.
And you could tell everyone was kind of like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Am I bowing or am I dying? Or am I fighting the king?
And then, boom, Vale comes in.
Thank God, Vale.
Vale. And he sensed it all, knew what was happening, went straight up and is like, I apologize for my tardiness, dropped to one knee right in the center of everybody to where the cousin's blood is like leaking on him and everything like that. And he's like, you have my sword, you have my blood, you have my life. I swear my loyalty to you, my service. It's my greatest honor to be your head of war. And he tipped the scale. Yep. Everyone bowed and it was all nice. Nice and good.
Yes.
Good payoff. He owes Vale a raise.
He does. And Vale is interesting because Vale is somebody who was also there when Raihn was getting tortured. Yeah. He is nobility. Raihn doesn't remember necessarily.
Marissa, I have a note later to point out something that Raihn says that proves what I said in the first book right. He was like a sex slave.
Okay.
So it's not just torture.
I mean,
they defiled him.
Oof.
Okay. I just wanted to give it the proper weight.
So he's like, Vale didn't necessarily do any of it, but he definitely sat around and watched. Yeah. And
he was an enabler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Vale is a noble and respected-ish because he recently turned a human into his wife.
Yeah.
And so people are kind of like, why would you marry the cattle when the milk's free and you can just not have a vampire instead? I don't know how to make that analogy work, but there's something there.
There's something. We're gonna write a little more. Why would you buy the cattle if?
So anyway. Meanwhile, we're done killing nobles and bowing. Yeah. Aurea's job is done. She's getting escorted back to her prison cell, a.k.a. her room.
Yeah.
Something we forgot to mention is Aurea's room is on one wing of the house, far away from everything. It's always been her room.
Yeah.
And nobody's really ever had the room next door. So there's only 2 suites on this side of the house.
Well, and he did that on purpose to seclude her.
Yeah, no vampires can be next to her.
Yeah.
But Raihn's not taking Vincent's room. Raihn's taking the room right next to her.
Yeah.
And their bedrooms actually share a wall.
A wall?
Ooh. All right.
A wall, you say?
Which, I mean, they're not hearing anything because they're not in the same room. So, but anyway.
True.
They can just longingly stare at each other at the wall between each other.
It's good movie shots, you know,
it
movie
really
moments.
Would be a good
There's
movie.
Like a little montage moment right here of like,
So when they make this a movie, we can be like, they totally got that idea from us.
These would be...
You heard it here first, folks.
It would be a good TV series.
It really
because
would.
There were a lot of things that were visual. Like the knocking on the door and opening. Like there are... It's like visual comedy that you're imagining in your head would be good on... And it would be good on a show.
Yeah. Okay. So Septimus actually starts escorting Aurea back to her prison cell. And
prison, you could air quote, prison cell.
Yes.
It's her room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever there's like 4 locks on your door on the outside.
It's a pretty cell.
It's sweet too, to be honest. She talks about how there's 2 bedrooms in her suite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like not a bedroom. This is
an estate. No, it's not.
It's an apartment.
It's an apartment. You're right.
In a castle.
On an estate.
She's got the whole wing, minus the king who's next to her. Woof. Okay, sorry. Okay, so meanwhile, Septimus is walking her back, and one of the guards comes up and gives Septimus some vague update about how they're planning an attack.
Well, she's like, we need to pull troops from the armory. Like, she hears that.
For the attack.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm going to put that in the back of my head.
Just file that, guys.
Just
file it.
As the heir to the other throne, I'm going to file that away. Okay.
She lays down on the bed and she hears 2 locks click.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's waiting.
Yeah.
Are they going to come back? Is something going to happen? But only 2 of the 4 get locked. Ooh.
And she knows she can unlock those from the inside because she's been trying to, of course, this whole time. And she can get 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
But she definitely can get the top 2.
I mean, boom, pan to what Raihn's doing.
What is Raihn doing?
They're having a meeting. And Karis is like, that was a shit show. What were you going to do if they didn't bow? Were you going to kill them all? And Raihn's like, I don't know. Might be a good idea. Maybe.
Shit happens sometimes.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know.
Did you not see me kill the previous king?
Whatever. He's still posturing a little bit.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he's like getting flooded with memories of being a slave. I mean, that's a lot.
Traumatic experience.
Yeah.
So that's the crazy thing is both of them like grew up there. He lived there for 70 years. Everybody knows that castle in their time there.
Yeah, but everyone makes like little additions and stuff that. But it is kind of crazy that Karis and him were both slaves together.
Yeah.
Like they were both there and now he's king and he's his like first in line, his hand, the hand. He's kind of how Karis is.
Yeah. He does the paperwork of the king. The secretary.
Raihn kind of segues a little bit, and he's like, all right, Vale, how you doing? How's your wife? And Vale kind of is like, wait, who are you talking about? All right. And he softens a little bit. And then I love how even in the book, the consensus after hours of meeting was we were in deep shit.
We were in deep shit.
Directly to that. I'm going to read this word for word, too, because I thought it was hilarious. Vale thought it was stupid he had taken Septimus's deal. He thought it was very stupid he didn't negotiate terms. And he thought it was monumentally stupid that Aurea was still alive.
Yep.
So Raihn's 0-3.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with all of that outside of Aurea being alive. Yeah. She has to be alive. She's cool.
Yeah. So things aren't going the best.
Aurea is just waiting for the sun to rise because that's when all vampires go to sleep.
Right.
And this is like reminiscent of her days when she was a human growing up, where she could finally like walk around the castle freely.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still like huddled in corners and stuff. She never like walked freely.
Yeah.
But she would be able to get out, and she realized that's the only way she's ever really seen the castle, is hiding in corners in the middle of the day, hoping not to wake up any vampires.
Even that being the only time she went around, she still did not have access to a lot of the castle.
Yeah.
Right? So freely didn't mean the same thing as it does right now.
But she knows enough about the castle that she knows Vincent spent a lot of time digging a whole basement, an additional basement.
Yeah.
And there's so many tunnels in and out. And she's like, that's his suite when he needed to get away from everyone. Not many people know about it. They probably haven't found it yet.
Well, and he kept like weapons and supplies and things there, right? for this kind of thing.
So she can get away.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Or kill some people.
So she sneaks out and she is like going around the castle and it's quiet. So she actually goes up and she's like, hopefully they haven't found this one yet, but it's like behind a tapestry.
Yeah.
And it is like this fake wall and she pushes on it. It becomes a door. So she opens it and closes it. And it's this dark, dark hallway that she's walking down. And so it's like you go down, down, down. Because remember, it's a basement underneath. And she's like, okay, I mean, it's quiet, it's dark, it doesn't look like anything's been disrupted, like I don't think anybody's found it, but she's still cautious as she's going around. Again, want to note, vampires can see in the dark, so all of her like hiding around, I just still think is comical, because they can see her
if they're there.
That's true, but still.
Do you get like flashbacks to Feyre?
Yes.
Like bouncing around in the garden?
It's like.
And Aurea's like, ooh.
It just makes me laugh. And
wouldn't that be a cool like superhero, like to be able, or power to be able to see in the dark?
I mean, I don't really like to go out after dark, so I'm cool.
What would your superpower be, actually? We're going to tangent real quick. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Invisibility.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night. That's
right.
Yeah.
Because I'm boring.
Well, your husband asked a good question. He said invisibility or invincibility, because he would want to be invincible.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, good question. And Marissa goes, invisibility. I said what I said.
I said what I said.
And you had a good reason. You're like, I just want to hide and no one knows.
Yeah. I like.
And I said I want to be able to read people's minds.
Which is very invasive.
Are you surprised?
You don't want to hear what I'm thinking right now.
Maybe I already know.
Okay. But Aurea gets down to the basement.
Yeah.
It looks completely dead. She's like, thank God nobody's found this yet. She starts going around trying all of the different doors in the suite, and she finds one unlocked. And the one that was unlocked was actually Vincent's office. And so she goes in there and she's like noting all of this with nostalgia. I mean, she has very mixed feelings on Vincent because during all of this, she's realizing like that she's always lived in a prison.
I mean, in all honesty, I think she's also, a lot of us go through this where you have to accept that you're still grateful for your parents, you know, or mentors in your life. And like, I'm only here because of them, but you are also now having to recognize the trauma they inflicted upon you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so she's struggling with that.
Yeah.
She's struggling with the fact that she loves him and she misses him and she is very depressed, but also like she's
a little mad at him.
She's mad and she's only finding out more and more. She's putting more puzzle pieces together that she kind of refused to put together before.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of
That's
secrets.
Hard.
There was a lot of secrets that she's finding out and just getting irritated that it's been a secret.
Secretive man.
So she is looking around his office. She sees like some hand-drawn like pictures on his desk. She sees a bunch of like papers and she's noting this is more haphazard than he usually keeps the office.
Yeah.
And she actually like notes that there's a couple of pieces of like broken glass and she's like, oh, something, he must have gotten upset. Something broke. She actually goes to grab it and it cuts her finger.
Yeah.
And her blood gets on these glass shards and they actually start moving and make this like bowl. And in the bowl, she hears Jessamine, the general on her side, like talking. And then she's like, is this like a recording? What is this? And Jessamine is just saying, Vincent, is it you? Vincent.
And she sounds really like far away.
Yeah.
Like faint, but it's her.
Yeah. So this is either some kind of recording, something. And she's like, if it works for me, maybe it's something to do with my blood. I need to keep this. Meanwhile, she hears steps in the background, and she hears that it's Kyrus and Raihn actually talking. And it's a little bit more about like this attack on this village and pulling troops from the armory. And she's like looking around. She like puts the shards of glass in her pocket and is looking around. She's like, there's nowhere to hide. And she's like, the most obvious place, unfortunately, is the only place. So she just like sits underneath the desk.
So cliche. She really was thinking that too. She's like, oh my God, this is so cliche. I'm going to hide under the desk.
Embarrassing. And Raihn is like right outside the door talking. And she's like, please just keep walking. Just keep walking. I just picture her like under an executive desk where like if you sit under it, you can still see everything.
Yeah, like it's see
like you can see your shoulders up. It's like the reverse ostrich.
Yeah. Just pissed off though. I don't see her like scared. Just like, God.
This is. I'm so angry that I'm in this position to have no hiding spot. But anyway, Raihn's like, okay, I just need some time. Can I have some space? Why don't you go ahead? I'll meet you up there. And she's like, God damn it. So Kyrus leaves. He comes walking in and he's like, did you really think I wouldn't smell you, princess? Again, not you can't see in the dark. You smell bad. Not bad. You smell human.
Intoxicated.
Depends who you are. They actually start like.
She gives in very quickly. She stands up and she's like, what? What the fuck do you want? Basically.
Yes.
He was eating more humble pie, I feel like, too. Like, he was trying to, like, be nice to her, and she was like, what?
No,
stop.
Just leave me alone. He also keeps bringing up that, like, on their wedding night, this forced marriage, he said, I want to build this new world with you.
Yeah.
And he brings it up again. He's like, I meant
what I said.
I meant what I said.
Yeah.
And I need you.
Yeah.
To be with me on this. And she's like, no, you can't make me. Meh. And he escorts her back to her room.
Well, he was like, I'm trying to keep you alive. Because she's like, oh, I thought I was just this. I thought I was just that. Da 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 da. And he's like, it's hard fucking work. And Oraya's like, how selfless of you. And he's like, do you think it's easy to hear you cry yourself to sleep every night? And remember, she was mortified.
Yeah.
And was like,
now I can't even cry in my own room?
Oh my God, he can hear me.
Embarrassing.
But he also, like, he loves you.
Yeah, but he did her wrong.
Yes.
So, something I forgot to mention, which is very, like, bittersweet, is she actually found a dagger, the first dagger that she, like, handmade. She gave it to Vincent as a present. He kept it in there. She actually thought he must have just like thrown it away. He like took it and was like, oh, good job. And like put it in his pocket. She never saw it again. But this whole time it was like
he kept it.
All of this special
She
stuff.
made the comment too. I think it was like, cause there was like some debris or something next to it. And she's like, these like two, it was the debris, that not Salanay. Where is she from?
Savagnin.
Savagnin was destroyed. And she's like, he knew then that he was going to lie to me about that. He destroyed where my family was from. Yeah. So she's like, there's these two parts of my father that I'm having a really hard time reconciling.
I get it, man.
That's exactly what we're talking about. That's a really hard. And she's doing this without therapy.
Good job.
I mean, or it's going to explode or something.
We'll find out.
That's a lot.
We'll find out. I will say she kills a lot of vampires to relieve stress, and maybe that's a thing. I haven't ever tried it. Maybe that's better than therapy.
I work out to relieve stress, so it's obviously the same thing.
But is that murdering vampires?
It's the same.
Do you really work out that hard?
It's a cardio workout, okay?
You need to stab more things.
Stab.
Okay. So Raihn walks her back, and she gets into her room, and she tries the mirror again. And the whole time she's trying the mirror, I'm thinking to myself, he just said that he can hear you sobbing at night. You better quiet the F up, man.
I didn't think of that.
You better be hiding in a corner where he can't hear you with those vampire ears.
I think she heard him walk all the way away, but there's always a guard outside her door too, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
anyway, she talks to Jessamine. She realizes that this is like a communication device, and she actually sees Jessamine, and she's got like bandages all over her.
Yeah.
One looks like it was a pretty severe stabbing
on her arm or something.
Just they look rough.
And she's dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, disheveled. Looks like she hasn't
she
slept.
notes that it's very different than the seductress that she usually was used to seeing.
I think she painted her that way. But yes.
Well, she was banging her father.
True, she was.
The funny thing is she's talking and she's like, oh shit, I'm the leader. She's looking
yeah,
for
she
me
kinda had
to lead the
imposter.
army.
She kind of had imposter syndrome.
And like Jasmine's like, what do you want us to do, Highness? And she's like, tell me what you've heard thus far. And she's kind of like, I'd rather hear your perspective.
Yeah. She does then make a decision though.
Yeah. She says, what do you suggest? No, I'm just kidding. She actually tells Jessamine about the attack on that one town. It starts with an M. I forget how to pronounce it.
Mizoranda.
Yeah. And then she said, that's when we need to attack the armory. They're pulling people from the armory for this attack.
To do it.
We need to go to the armory and get all of the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Jessamine's
evacuate and go to the armory, raid it, capture it, or destroy it.
Figure it out.
Get it done, my girl. Get it done. Pan to Raihn. And he's just like, Septimus having to pull soldiers for an attack doesn't feel right. And I feel like something's going to happen. So Vale, put more of our soldiers at the armory. And I'm going to stay too.
Yeah.
And he could tell Vale's like, that's not a good idea. That's not what kings do, but I'm not going to say anything because you're a king. Like, he's kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
And Raihn can see it on him a little bit. But I love how it pains, like, here's the first decision Oraya has made. And then it pans to Raihn going, I just have this feeling that shit's going to pop off. So
this doesn't feel good.
This doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right.
You know what else I thought? Oraya, you talked too damn loud into that mirror, and one of Septimus's people
not think of that.
heard you. You idiot. Yeah. I mean, I'll be nicer, but she could have made some better decisions. Some of this is on her.
I think you're being really hard on her.
I'm being hard on everyone. I've had a rough weekend. I'm just kidding.
We have had a lot of youth sports.
This whole morning, one soccer game, the next soccer game.
The whole weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. Friday night too. I don't even know.
Well, Friday night we just went out. That's what
we
it
did.
is.
We were supposed to be at an event, but we were like, we're not going. We're skipping.
I mean, it's fine.
It is.
We had more fun.
So my son's trombone sounds like tuz. And I'm like, I couldn't do that. And he goes, Mom, all you do is go. He does it accurately. I obviously can't do it, but yeah.
My daughter's viola, because she wants to be different and not just do the violin. She can handle something bigger than a violin.
Smart.
She came home the first day and was like, he taught us how to do it, but we didn't use the bow yet. And she's like teaching me everything. And then she like pulls out the bow and I'm like, are you sure you're supposed to touch that? She's like, yeah, he said we could play with it. And I'm like, but didn't he say he didn't teach you with it yet? Did he show you how to hold it and stuff? She's like, yeah, you hold it like this. And she put her hand over the horse.
And you're lying. You're lying.
Like, I can tell. You're lying. And then at the end of the week, he emailed and was like, do not touch the bow. And I'm like, right, little girl. But she's one of those that's so poor a liar. Like her eyes get all big. It's like, no, Mom.
Oh my God, like her little sister growing up. It doesn't matter. Focus. Dear God. So it pans to Oraya, and she's just kind of waiting for this mass exodus of like Bloodborne, Raihn, and then they're gonna swoop in, and it never happens. It's not happening, and then all of a sudden, explosion, and right away she knows Jessamine is brilliant. she is recreating like the explosions from the moon palace. Look at that. And at that point, though, Raihn knows there's still soldiers there. And so they're in trouble. Her people are in trouble. She opens the door, and the little guard guy was there. And he's like, I can't let you pass. And she's like, let me through. I'm your queen. Let me through. You know you want to. And he's like, and then Nightfire. And he's like, fuck, I can't. And she just like slams his head into the wall and runs to the armory. But I just imagine him being like, oh, come on. Like, oh.
This is my second day.
That's so how I read that, because he's like, I can't do that. She gets to the armory. It is totally engulfed with Nightfire, and there's demons. She's like, Jessamine, brilliant, because she must have gotten summoners just like the Moon Palace, and there's demons everywhere. So she runs directly into the flames and is just badassing it up against these demons to help save her people. When Raihn comes up and like starts watching this, and he's just like, God, that girl of mine, she amazing. Look at her.
There she is.
Look at her.
There she is.
She's just the best, isn't she?
So question, though.
Yeah.
This is obviously strong female lead written by a woman.
Yes.
I love how they always write with the men just being like, I'm amazed
Obsessed
by her,
with them.
like...
Yeah.
Her brutality, her strength, her blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you think men in real life look... I don't think they look and are like, by their strength, blah, blah, blah. They're just like, they're so cute.
Who knows? But there's a reason women read this. Because I hope you better be thinking how much you worship me in your head.
But I don't think that it would even cross their minds to be so attracted to that strength,
Stop
that
bursting
beauty.
the bubble. Stop bursting the bubble. Because also repetitive in these fantasy series is they don't say all these things out loud, necessarily.
So our husbands might be saying this deep down
don't burst
inside.
the bubble.
So when I'm standing there yelling at the kids, my husband's like, look at her strength.
So
look at her
powerful.
beauty. She's so powerful yelling at that 13-year-old.
She's basically saving the world. I love you so much. He saw her fighting. He admired her. Blah, blah, blah. He immediately also, though, had the counter thought, oh, she either came here to help, or she's trying to escape, or she was responsible. Damn!
I got loud mixed feelings.
So he confronts her, and she's like, you better let me go. And he's like, I fucking can't do that. It would be committing treason against my own throne, and then I'd have no choice to fight you, and like, I can't kill you. So I can't. He's saying that in his head, though, not to her. So Jasmine then is there. Raihn barely dodges her attack, and Oraya is like, stop. Stops the attack on Raihn. She loves him too. Anyways, they both start to fight. Both very much know the other one is not intending to actually hurt each other. They're basically sparring, right? And he's like, she's amazing the whole time. She
There's
gets
actually
him down.
2 times where she could have got him, and she didn't.
Gets him down. This last time, he's like, you gonna kill me, princess? And she, like, can't do it.
She's like, damn it.
Can't fucking
You called my bluff.
And then, all of a sudden, arrow hits her from a bloodborne soldier. Raihn gets up and is like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I just see like, this is my first day. And he's like quivering. And he's
Why
like,
do they have all these newbie soldiers?
She was going to kill you. She was literally on top of you.
I literally thought I was going to get the freaking, what is the...
I saved the king. I thought you were going to give me like the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Where's my Congressional Medal of Honor? I saved your life, man.
And Raihn's like, I had it. It's my wife.
This is how we foreplay.
It's a fight, okay? God.
This is how royal people do it.
Maybe. I don't know. I got to keep it interesting, right? while Aurea's laying there, like with the arrow, Jessamine walks over, like not seen.
Yeah.
Like she can get her, and she's like, no, go. And then just like loses consciousness. Yeah. So she stops Raihn from being killed so she could take over, which is what she's supposed to do.
Yep.
And she didn't want to be saved.
Saved. Are you
can't see my air
saying
quotes.
That she was asking for it?
No,
because I think that's a really interesting point of view. Let's talk about that.
I'm saying she loves him. She doesn't quite want to admit it to herself because she doesn't fully trust him, which I totally understand.
Stockholm.
Okay. Could be. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't think it is because I've read the whole book. Spoiler. Raihn is a good guy. He's the best vampire a vampire could be.
I've met some better ones.
He's a good boy. No, sorry. I'm really going high on the sound effects this episode. Aurea wakes up and Raihn's like, don't move. Just lie down right there.
In her prison cell.
Yes.
Why is he in her prison cell?
Because he loves her. Jesus. But she's sitting there like, I am so fucking mad at myself that I couldn't kill him. You are such a wuss. You are such a wuss. He tried to give her water and she's like, what? And he's like, this is the time. Out of all the times, you think now I would poison you? And she's like, I don't know. Maybe. And he's like,
I thought I knew you, but I don't.
Whatever, dude. Here's an update because I know you want to know, but you won't ask. You're too proud to ask. We didn't capture the Hyja. Just as many Raihn as Hyja died. The armory is destroyed. We lost enough weapons that it'll take us over a year to replenish it. Happy? She's like, actually, yes, I am.
But actually, in her brain, she's like, except for the people who died.
Their banter also starts to get a little more open, right? And I do think she is rightfully upset. Like, she's not really holding it. She's withholding her trust.
So if Derek killed our father.
Yeah, he probably deserved it. I'm just kidding. But some of the banter I love. She's like, it would have been convenient for you to let me die. And he's like, it would have been convenient for you to kill me at the armory. Why didn't you? And she's like,
why didn't you?
We're just not going to talk about that. I'm ignoring you now. I'm ignoring you. And Raihn's like, fine. I'm going to be back in a few hours.
Yep.
You rest. You rest, my love. He didn't say my love, but he wanted to say my love. I could totally feel it.
It was in his eyes.
It was in his eyes.
It was inferred.
Totally.
So when he comes back a couple hours later.
Like he said he would.
Aurea is like actually in leathers. And he like double takes like, are you going to war or something? She's like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. And he's like, we got a meeting. So they walk into the den or something.
War room.
Yeah. It's their war room right now. And she's actually noticing that this is the only room that wasn't totally redone. Every turn of the house, they destroy all of the things of the old and put up things for the new.
Well, but it's also like, I love how she was like, it was basically like halfway torn down.
Yeah.
Like it was a library or something because there were tons of books and they got about halfway through and they're like, this is going to have to be the war room. So there's just like shit shoved in corners.
Everywhere. Yeah. So it looks like chaos. Everybody's sitting down. Septimus is there. And right in the middle of the table.
He just goes, bloop.
And that is the communication device. The stack of like shards.
I thought instantly, like, I've been in multiple situations with my parents where they're like, so what's that?
See, that's never happened to me.
Oh, I had like the anxiety, like, oh fuck, for Aurea feelings because it's like, oh, look what we found.
Want to talk about it?
What would you like to say? Because that's what I saw Septimus being. He's like, do you know what that is? And Raihn's like, let's not pretend like we're stupid. He's like, yeah, you do know what that is.
Yeah. And she's like, fuck. She's like, stupid, why didn't I hide that better?
I love getting to have the internal thought process of people.
I do. Well, in this book, we get it back and forth.
We do.
Which I really like it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, this whole time, she's like, Raihn is like standing too close to me behind me. I hate that I notice him. Like, he needs to move. But he does.
But, like, also don't move.
Yeah, he does finally move around to, like, behind Septimus to look her in the eye.
Yeah.
And she's just the whole time being obnoxious while she's being interrogated for traitorous behavior.
I mean, I think she was sticking it to the man.
Which I know you like.
Like, you can't, like, be too open. She was just being aloof.
No.
Yeah. She's also putting together that, like, wait a minute. There were only 2 locks after Septimus.
Yeah.
There was only 1 door open. Septimus knew exactly what this fucking thing was. And it was placed, like, not the way my dad would even place it.
Yeah. I was set up.
This whole thing is a setup.
Yeah.
He wanted to see if I could use it.
How did Septimus know?
He wanted to see if I could use it.
And that's how she found some of the information. Like, this whole thing was a setup. And she instantly is like, fucking Raihn. He set me up.
Yeah.
He's the only one that knows me this well.
Yeah.
And so we don't know. Raihn might be part of it too. But they're like, you're a traitor. You either work with us or we kill you.
But what do they want to work on?
So we find out, like, this was almost a test to see if Aurea can use things that were protected by Vincent.
Yeah.
And so Aurea's blood helped her use this communication device that only Vincent could use. So now we're assuming that they tried to use it and couldn't use it because it was just Vincent.
What I found interesting is it's like, it's not common for your siblings or, like, family to be able to use different blood magic or blood gifts like that. So the fact that she can, they don't know, is it the air mark and the higher magical power, or is it, so it's not common either. So it was
you know what I think it is?
What?
It's most of the time the adults kill their kids, so nobody's ever tested it.
But you have to keep a heir, because then the Hajj would take over, the Raihn would take over.
Yep.
I think we found this out later, but when we see one of Vincent's inner thoughts, he talks, or maybe it's not that, but he talks about the fact that his father killed his infant brother right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he did that, and he always made it very clear to Vincent that, like, you are here to be an heir, but you are not to be a threat.
Yeah.
You are not to be a threat. You know, so it's like...
Or I'll make a new heir.
Obviously. I'll just get another one.
I just won't kill the next one.
But he just kills every other baby because I only need one.
Oof.
Damn.
So, anyway, we find out that Septimus has a theory.
Yeah.
And his theory is that when Alaris, who is Nyaxia's lover,
was brutally
killed.
The only god that's ever died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the assumption that Septimus has is that some parts of this god are still around today, including god blood. And he thought if anybody would have it, it would be Vincent.
Yeah.
And Aurea's like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's not, I wouldn't lead with that.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the most believable statement. There's body parts of this dead god.
Okay.
All
and
over.
Then there's god blood somewhere safe. Whatever.
And that's the most powerful.
Says,
that's the most powerful.
I found the damn god's teeth. He found his teeth. What I pictured when that happened, I was like, you know how when the kids are young, you want to save their teeth?
No.
I didn't. But in general, there are like containers for saving like the baby teeth that come out.
Know.
The reason we don't is because we were helping our father move and we found our baby teeth in little jars. It's the creepiest thing ever as an adult.
Do you know on our mom's text chain for the kids, there's like a running thing about who saves teeth and who don't.
Really?
And like one of the kids, the dad is saving all the teeth because when they all fall out, he's going to make a 3D mold.
That's so creepy.
And we're all like, and she's like, I am not on board. Like, no. And then another mom is like, I literally just like put them in different containers around the house. And so she'll just like send us a video up at her Michigan home. And she's like, look, there's 4 teeth.
Oh, gross.
So every so often when someone's kid loses a tooth, we're like, here you go. So like, it's like a running joke that we bring up randomly.
I just know that when I saw that, I was like, I'm never keeping my kids' teeth.
I follow an influencer.
Yeah.
Marissa, you're going to throw up. Who saves her fingernail and toenail clippings because her dad and her grandpa, I think she has like her grandpa's toenail clippings.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just witchy. Witches out there practicing witches. Can you do anything with toenails, fingernails? I would assume so.
Ooh, if you can pull DNA from fingernails, eventually maybe they can be cloned and brought back to life. But their consciousness wouldn't. Just their biology.
I don't know. Maybe they're onto something.
No, that's fucking gross.
What if in the future toenails are fuel?
Okay, so no.
And now you're gonna feel dumb.
So this
you're gonna feel
somebody
dumb.
that you know.
Or
this
teeth.
is an influencer.
Yes. Yeah. Not someone I know.
Is she trying to influence people to do this?
No, she's just quirky, and that's probably why I still follow her because she just like. Yeah, I know a lot of you are gonna think this is fucking weird, but just in my family we do this. Everybody got their thing.
That's something that you keep on the inside.
I appreciate transparency. We've talked about this before.
Yes.
I will forgive and forget a ton of mistakes in like the presence of utter transparency and like authentically wanting to grow and move and learn. If you're transparent, I'm good.
So I think you can be transparent without laying it all out.
Agree to disagree.
I thought you hated that.
I don't lay it all out.
Toenails does. Okay, so they want Aurea to help them find the god blood.
Oh, and I like how she's like, so you just want me to like drip my blood all over Vincent's shit and see what happens.
Spray blood.
And Septimus, like, you want a squirt bottle? Like, what do you want? And Septimus is like, no, you'll just know.
Yeah, it'll just come to you.
And she's
I
like,
have this feeling.
Fuck all you fuckers. No.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. And Septimus is like, it will just be much easier and more enjoyable if you do it willingly.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it willingly.
Well, Raihn was like, let me remind you, you betrayed the crown and attacked the armory. So, like, I am well within my rights to, like, force you.
Nobody would. In fact, a lot of people would say, what took you so long?
But it'll be a lot easier on everybody if you just, like, join the team.
Yeah.
Just join the team, maybe.
Pretty please.
You think about it. You sleep on it.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to sleep. Answer us in the morning. But she's like, no. And they're like, well, maybe not too soon. Sleep on it.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
And so then Raihn takes her back to the room, goes and does something for a little bit, comes back and says, put this cloak on.
So mysterious.
Yeah. And she's like, why would I do this? And he's like, we can either go back and forth and you put the cloak on, or you can just put the cloak on because we can't have this conversation here. And he grabs her and tosses her out. No, doesn't toss her out the window. They go fly away. Out his window because hers are all locked shut.
I do love that instead of doing it over and over again, I kind of liked that he was just like, listen, we both know you can't sit here. So he has to pick her up, which is a little awkward because they haven't done this in a while. And last time they did it, they like actually liked each other, not just pretending to hate each other. Well, one's pretending to hate the other one while the other one's like pretending not to be completely obsessed with them. So he brings her to this building. They walk in and there's this sleeping human, like in a lobby at a front desk, up the staircase. He opens the door and it's a small apartment that's lived in, right? The sheets are a little crumpled. There's weapons about. There's books and research and papers and everything like that. And she's like, so where is this? He's like, this is my place. And she's like, what? You have a castle. I don't know if you know that. And he's like, yeah, sometimes I got to get the fuck out of there. And we're getting a lot of his inner thoughts throughout this, sprinkled throughout, of him reliving trauma from being a slave there. So it makes sense that, oh, that's why he can't sleep in my father's room. That was Nikolai's room. That's where bad things happen to him. That's why he has to leave sometimes and get back to normalcy a little bit. It's really, it's kind of sad. Then he's like, I got a gift for you. I brought something. He gives her back her blades. No poison. Can't find it. Probably a good idea though. He's every time he's like trying to crack little jokes with her.
She's also like, why would you give me this?
Yeah. Well,
I was a traitor.
Wait for a little bit.
Okay.
That comes in a minute. Sorry. Future Marisa, stop stepping and stealing my thunder. Thank you. Okay. There's a lot of cute banter back and forth, and he's like, nobody knows about this place. And she's like, except for me. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, pretty stupid. He's like, maybe. And she's like, since I'm like a traitor and all. And he's like, yeah, probably pretty stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, they're adorable. He also was like, the blades are not why I brought you here. I actually brought you here to give you this. And it is Vincent's sword, the Taker of Hearts. And we find out it's like a God-imbued sword that legends say Vincent had to take out a chunk of his own heart to have made. And he is the only one who can wield it at all. He says, do you think you can wield it? Like, since you use the mirror, do you think you can wield it? And she's like, absolutely not. Only Vincent can.
Vincent told me over and over again not to touch it because I would die.
He told her a lot of things.
Yeah, he said you can't do anything.
This is only the beginning, sweetheart. This is only the beginning.
If you don't eat your broccoli, you'll die.
But she's like, why would you do this? Why would you give me my father's weapon? Why would you do this?
The most powerful weapon known to be made.
Yeah. God forged a chunk of the former king's heart in it. It probably does some shit.
It probably does some shit.
And he said, because you're right. There is no excuse for what I've allowed the Bloodborne to do this kingdom. Septimus is preying on both of us. I allowed myself to be manipulated into an allegiance that I didn't want and into a deal I can't get out of. And now here the fuck we are. Like, I created a shitstorm. And she realizes at this moment, like, he didn't know.
Please save me, princess.
About Septimus manipulated both of them. He had no idea about the attack on the armory. He had no idea about the god blood.
Septimus has been setting this up from the beginning.
From the beginning. He is not 10 steps ahead. He is 100. Yeah. 100. Like, at this point, I was like, they're puzzle pieces. Mm-hmm. He's been playing on this for a minute.
Probably 200 years.
So she's like, yeah. She's like, what's the plan? What's the deal? And he's like, I need your help. We're going to go somewhere. We're going to hurt some people. No, we need to get the Bloodborne out of our kingdom. And after that, you can do whatever you want. Go wherever you want. You're not held here. You're don't have to be
still married to me on paper, but whatever.
He didn't get into particulars, but I was thinking that. Better get them papers,
Maybe we can get annulled depending on how good of a job you do.
He's like, I'll play the part of Brute King. You play the part of prisoner wife who hates him. She's like, it won't be hard. I do hate you. And he's like, there she is. There she is.
There she is.
He also said, she's like, why would you want to? He's like, you're one hell of an ally, man. Let's do this. And she's like, fine. But you're going to stop locking me in my room. And he's like, oh, I am. And she's like, yeah. Kings don't lock up their queens. And he immediately thought in his head, Nikolai locked up Nessanin. Nikolai locked up Nessanin. Future Marisa, can you take out?
No.
I literally just listened to it yesterday.
It's cool. If I didn't have it on the board behind you,
Nessanin?
Nessanin.
It sounds like a detergent. Sorry, take that out too. Future Marisa. Not all thoughts are out loud thoughts. And she's like, oh, when you go back, just tell him it's a fair concession. And it's the only way I would do this willingly. And he's like, I meant what I said. There's no one else I'd rather do this with.
Come build this.
Build this city. Build this city.
From
of nice, fair, Wow, future Marissa really cut all that shit out, please. Two people with allergies trying to sing. So Raihn gets back to his room and there's a note and he's like, fuck! And he goes storming off to the guest chambers and Misha comes running and jumps into his arms and her hair's a little longer.
Aww.
And he like tries to be like mean and like mad. And he's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. And she's like, oh, fuck you. Shut up. Like, I'm going to let you stay here and leave you here and leave her here.
Yeah.
Her.
Oh.
See? Oh. So then they sit and she's like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Okay. And she's like, all right, tell me everything. And they sit down and I just imagine like her hand under her chin and he's like legs are crossed and he's like, and then I had her kill me and then she brought me back. She likes me, right? I mean, she's like, totally. She totally likes you. Oh my God. But Misha's like, after he gets through everything in the state of affairs that they're in right now, she's like, you fucked up. Things are bad.
Yeah.
Things are bad.
It's not great.
And he's like, dying was actually the easy part of that entire story. All of this has been very hard. He's like, when I came back, that's when the mess started. She should have just let me die. Oh, no, we love you, Raihn. Well. We love you. And then it pans to Aurea walking around the castle and the realization, like, I've never really been this free in the castle. I've never really, because there was always the threat of the vampires.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, there's been a power shift for her. And it was gradual. She noticed it at different points, but now, wow, they're kind of afraid of me. Yeah. And I'm walking around because I'm half vampire. Yeah.
And ironically, this is when she is legitimately a prisoner.
Yes, very much so.
She's never felt more free.
Yeah.
Than when she was imprisoned into her home.
True. But she's stressed. Not stressed. Yeah, I would say stressed and grieving. So she's like, what do I need to do? Work out. So she starts training and she's really losing her shit, actually. Like, I just imagine her, I don't know how much of what we read was internal and how much she was actually saying out loud, but she was saying things out loud. Like, why would you lie to me? Why'd you say that? Why would you say you loved me just at the end, you know? And is freaking out, and the Nightfire is like going nuts a little bit, and Raihn kind of walks up behind her and he's like I just picture him in the doorway of like the training room and he's like, wow, if I wasn't glad you let me live before, or something, like cracks a joke. Yeah. And she's a little embarrassed, like, oh, he just saw me losing my shit. Raihn is like, do you want a sparring partner? You look a little out of shape. And she's like, fuck you, no I'm not. Kept up with you, didn't I, at the armory? And he's like, nope, I've never been better than when I was with you, you know, you're right. But she's like, yeah, I actually, I do need a sparring partner in her mind. But they talk a lot about how Raihn told her when he first got his air mark, the power shifted. It was more powerful and he felt it. And it takes a minute, like rearranged everything. Yeah. And she's like, what, why would, like, she hasn't even really thought about it. And he's like, you're half vampire. And not just half vampire, you're an heir. Yeah. Like, have you stopped for a second to think what that might mean? And she's just like, I think it means I don't know a goddamn thing about myself. Fair. I don't know shit, is basically what I know. And he's like, okay, why don't you take a break, right? You know, ease back into this. I got a surprise for you. I got a new bodyguard for you. And she's like, I don't need a fucking bodyguard. And he's like, Princess, I have bodyguards, okay? Yeah. You need a bodyguard.
Plus, I'm unlocking your door per your request. Yeah. I need somebody.
Queens need protection.
I can listen to you through the wall between our bedrooms, but if you're not in the bedroom.
Stop making it so awkward, Raihn. Okay? Awkward. Don't bring up the wall anymore.
It's awkward. Pretend. Quit sobbing at night.
She did.
It's breaking my heart.
She's not going to anymore. Anyways. He then presents Misha, and she's got this big grin. And do you remember how she like lunges and then she kind of like stops herself and is like, "Hi," because Aurea like can't handle too much overstimulation, and it's like, "Hi." And then I thought it was funny that he's like, well, she can sleep in the spare bedroom, and she's like, why can't she sleep with you? And Misha's like, I can go somewhere else if you don't want me around. And Raihn's like, I snore. And she's like, fuck, he does. I share an apartment with him too. That's true. She's like,
she shares a wall. She shares it every night.
She goes, it's basically so she can just like come with us. And okay, fine. Come on, fine. And I just see Misha, yay!
Girl sleepover!
Runs over. Then they get down to business. Raihn's like, hey, listen. Septimus wants to go to Lahore. And that's where Vincent's from.
So can I tell you how immature I am?
Yes.
Every time I was listening to the audiobook and the lady was like, Lahore, Lahore, I just giggled like a 14-year-old boy. Lahore. Let's go to Lahore.
Lahore. I like how Raihn was like, I mean, frankly, I don't know if Septimus is wrong. It's a great hiding place. No one goes there. You can't even get there very accessibly. It is now overgrown with like demons and hellhounds. There's like ruins. There's nothing there. It's a great hiding place.
And this is where Vincent grew up.
Yes.
He hasn't been back. And Array is like thinking to herself, and she's realizing he never really talked about it.
No.
So this would be where he would hide something.
She did know, too, that he had a niece. She's like, I'm pretty sure he's got a niece, her name. And she remembered the name, Evelina. I do like how they love to get a good banter in wherever they can. And so it's like, well, we're going. And it's like, well, kings shouldn't go into battle. And he's like, king's got to protect his queen. So I got to be there. They're both going. And Karis is staying behind. He's going to manage the affairs of the crown. Vale is going to direct other battles across the House of Night. So Keturah and a few of her soldiers are coming with. Misha. And then Septimus is like, I'm totally fucking going. And he's bringing a little small force of Bloodborne soldiers as well.
So they head in, and it takes them a while to get there because it is so secluded. But when they pull into this beautiful town, it was not very beautiful.
I was like, wait, where were you? Where'd you go?
It smelled. There was just like rotting in the air. It was this all weed. Dilapidated.
It was this weed because they were like, what is it? And it was like vitreous weed. It grows on the cliffs and then rots as soon as it touches air. So as soon as the tide goes down, it just smells like shit.
Yeah. So
it was actually probably a nice way to describe it.
There is a town near where we live.
You were gonna say that.
Where it was soybeans everywhere. And I remember just always driving into that town and being like, oh God, it would suck to live, like to smell this all the time.
If you don't know what soybeans smell like, consider yourself lucky. That just should be a Harry Potter jelly bean.
Drive through Central Illinois in 90-degree heat in a soybean field. Do it.
In August.
I dare you.
I used to derogue soybean fields.
Of course you did.
At 14. I was in child labor. Moving on.
So it's just gross. Aurea actually like walks up to the door. Everybody's like nervous and on edge. So as soon as she lifts her hand, like the door like swings open and there's like this 15-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Standing there is like, oh, can I help you?
And my Lady Evelina welcomes you.
Yes. So
to Lahore.
Welcome to Lahore. So they walk in.
Yeah.
This place is creepy AF.
Yeah.
The whole castle like has like a layer of just dust all over it. It looks like it has not been maintained. It's crumbling.
Everyone's in style of clothes that is about 200 years out of style, right?
But they're trying to act.
Everything reeks of it used to be beautiful.
Yes.
And it's been hundreds of years.
And also like rotting flesh / old blood.
Yeah.
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 So they walk in. Evelina is a girl of 14 or 15. But everybody else in the room is also like little kids. And they're all like blonde hair and light eyes. And they're just wandering around and everything like that. Evelina looks so much like Vincent.
Yeah.
She has like
she doesn't
white
have the silver
blonde
moon eyes, but literally everything else is the same. Yeah.
So
very Targaryen.
Yes, exactly. And so she's like, "Oh, cousin, welcome," and is like all nice. But
I don't think she's actually little. It was her voice. As soon as she started talking, she sounded like a 14-year-old girl, and they were surprised by her child like voice. Yeah.
And so she actually comes up to Aurea and like puts her hands on her shoulders, like, dear cousin. What we realize when she takes her hand away, there's blood everywhere and like claw marks on Aurea. She was clawing her. So she's like, okay, she sounds nice, but I don't think she likes me very much.
Very like American Horror Story, like just eerie.
Very creepy.
Also, to write in such a eerie vibe, this whole part at La Jolla, very well written, because I felt creeped out the whole time.
Oh yeah,
it's to where if this is a TV show, they better cast Evelina perfectly.
Yes,
because someone can play the shit out of this role.
Yeah. So
creepy naivety.
Yes, and the children are all like wordless. They don't talk. They're just quiet, like children's servants everywhere.
Yeah.
So they all sit down for their dinner, and there is just glasses, and it's all like, looks like it was its heyday a while ago, but it's still like royal-esque. And they bring out this like naked woman who already has her throat slit, but just not enough to help her bleed out too fast.
Oh.
And Evelina's like, welcome. And like, Aurea is just traumatized by seeing all this, but is like, I have to keep a blank face.
Yeah.
I cannot offend. She actually takes a drink from her glass.
It's also showing weakness, I think, too.
Fair.
Can't show weakness.
Yeah. She takes a drink of her water and realizes it was blood. And she's like, I can't spit it out. And like has to swallow it. So this whole
and then
thing
was
is just
like,
creepy.
That's actually not that bad.
It's not bad. But she's just like describing this poor naked woman who is laying on the table, and
she's trying to provoke a reaction out of it.
Yeah. And everyone is just like, she's like, go ahead, cousin, enjoy. And Raihn obviously sees how uncomfortable she is and how sad this is. And he like looks tenderly at the traumatized naked woman who just looks afraid.
Well, but as he's also playing a part, he's always playing a part.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you've spoiled us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll take the first bite.
Yeah.
And he actually does it, but he like kills her through it.
Mercy kill.
And Aurea notices it 100% as a mercy kill.
Yeah.
And Evelina, she's like, don't notice it in Evelina. But Evelina actually was like disappointed. And
I just saw her go, you killed it.
What? And Raihn says, oh, don't worry.
Sorry.
The blood will still be warm for a while.
I
and
was
stuff
overzealous.
Like that.
You know?
My bad. But Aurea's plan is to influence Evelina to drink a lot. So one, she gets really drunk. She's like, nobody tells secrets as good as when they're drunk.
Yeah.
And two, she will be hungover tomorrow morning. That's when I would do all the fun stuff. It's like you get like 2 hours in the morning where nobody moves.
Yeah.
And you can just go investigate
she said
wherever.
2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
Because they like would gorge themselves on blood and then hopefully also alcohol.
Yeah.
And Rain's like, good, that's a good plan. She goes, oh, my favorite days were after parties. Like, growing up, it was great.
This is who I am. So she, like, gets her cousin to drink a lot, is just pandering to her cousin about, oh, so glad that we're together and cousins and everything like that. During all of this, while they're, like, observing the room, they're realizing not all of these kids even speak the same language. Some of them are like crawling babies on the floor. And they realize at this time that these aren't children vampires. They are children turned into vampires. So vampires, they grow up, right? Yeah. If you turn a vampire as a child, they get stuck as a child for the rest of their life. maturity-wise, biologically, everything.
Right.
And she just talks about how these kids, because frankly, then these kids could have been around for 200 years as an 8-year-old
right.
or a 5-year-old.
Right.
They said it's like all the kids were under 15.
Yeah.
And they just like have a vacant stare in their eyes because they've just, their
never
life.
known anything more like than just obedience, and you're like a little army that she's created.
Babies.
Yeah.
And she is like, this is my court. Like she cray.
Oh God.
Yeah. She's really crazy. So Oraya's like, okay, she's pretty drunk. She's like dancing with all of her little babies. And Oraya's like, now's the time. She's perfect. She's perfectly cooked. Let me go get some secrets out of her. So she actually goes up and is like, oh, dear cousin, please show me my father's stuff. I miss him so. I want to feel connected to my family. And they actually walk up. And during this walk to Vincent's room, Evelina was like, oh, I kept everything exactly as it was when he left. And they get into the room and Oraya is looking at everything. And there's like one shoe over here. It looks like he left everything in disarray. It wasn't like nothing's been touched. And it was a lived in space. But he has never come back.
No, she said it was random things, but that specific room was like everything had dust and dirt all over it. That room was like immaculate.
Yeah.
It was like a shrine.
To the exact moment Vincent left.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah.
So we actually hear...
Creepy.
Yeah, from Evelina, the story of when Vincent left. And there was some inferring about, like, Vincent killed everybody that could be a threat, which would mean his family.
Right.
But this is where we actually get the story, and we find out before he even won the Kajari, he killed his whole family.
Yeah.
When he was leaving to go to the Kajari, he actually, that night, killed everyone. And she said he started with his immediate family, oldest to youngest.
Said he did the oldest first.
Yeah. Then the children. And she said, my father gave him a little bit of a fight, I think. Yeah. But it's good he saved the children for last. And Oraya's like, why did he keep you alive? Like, what happened? And she's like, oh, my uncle was very thorough. And she actually opened and you see like this star pattern on her chest, and he drove a sword right through her chest.
Right.
And she was like, but mother decided to keep me alive, and I always thought it was part of my plan.
Yeah. She's like, how old were you?
5. She was 5. 5 years old. That also tells us about, because she looks like she's like 15, 16. That kind of gives us 200 years equals about 10 years in vampire aging.
Yeah. Yeah. This whole time she's stepping closer and closer. Like, again, when I say this writing is like creepy and gives you the whole creepy vibe, she's like gradually walking closer and closer. And Oraya's like, step back. So you can stop right there. Maybe don't go any further. I wouldn't if I were you.
We're good.
And then she just hears Raihn. There you are. We should probably get going. Do you mind if we go this way? And she's like, oh, you're the one who did. How did my uncle's dying breath feel? As she's naked, by the way. Like, she just dropped her dress to show the scar. Yeah. And she's not even fazed that Raihn's there. Titties and scar are flapping. Mm-hmm. How did it feel to take his breath away? And Raihn's like, I didn't really like it, FYI. And
I don't know if you know that, but that's his daughter. She's kind of mad at me about it.
Took her hand off Oraya, gave her some wine, and I imagine like turning her around and going,
like, patting her on the head. What? Go ahead.
Like Cindy Lou Who, like, okay, I didn't really like it. You go to bed now. And they're walking down the hallway and they hear manic laughter. So I just imagine like naked Evangelina like, just creepy. And Raihn's like, I didn't know if she was going to seduce you or eat you. And Oraya's like, yeah, I don't know me either. Yeah. Oraya is restless, right? They haven't found anything. And so she goes to leave her room right as Raihn catches her, and they're both leaving. And he's like, you want to...
Oh, what a coincidence.
You want to go get in some trouble?
I actually bet he was just waiting by the door, waiting for her door to open.
He does have vampire hearing.
Yeah, and then as soon as he heard her door...
Oh, hey!
Oh, what a coincidence!
What's up, dude? You want to go get in trouble? Let's go do some shit.
Yeah.
So they start to go out, and she's like, this whole city seemed completely abandoned in ruins, but like they start to see actual people, right? And people are out and about, and they see this human down by the creek. It was a creek or a lake or something like that. Just at night, down by a creek. And she kind of notes like, wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Bold move.
And then they see a vampire like slinking down, and they're like, you guys wanna? And so they fight, and Aurea obviously is a badass. And when she goes to kill him, though, she like, I picture one of those movie scenes where it's like she pictures Raihn, like she just stabbed Raihn. That's the last person she stabbed through the heart, and she's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. And so Raihn kind of notices, and he's like, you want to go like up here? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. And so they fly up to the top of this ruin, and they're admiring the view. And Raihn's like, I should have known you were half human the first time we flew together. And she's like, why? And he's like, you're just made for it. You love it. You're made for the sky. And she remembers feeling that way too. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm kind of lacking the proper equipment. And he's like, wings are conjured, man. Like, you want wings. Think real hard, bitch. Yeah. Like, think about it. And she's like, oh, yeah, right. Like I could do that. And again, he's like, have you even stopped to think about the things you're actually capable of? And as they're talking, doing their banter, he's like, pulls her closer, and he's like, do you want to like find out what it's like to fly? And she's like, what? Huh? And he's like, boop, pushes her out, and it's like, ah! And she's like, be one with the sky! Be one with the sky! And he faintly is like, you can do it! You can do it!
I just picture, like, the dad who's like, this is how I teach my kid how to swim. And picks him up and throws him in.
Throws him in the middle of a lake. And then all of a sudden she hears Raihn like, yeah! Like hooting and hollering. And she conjured wings. And she, like, opens her eyes. And she kind of swoops. And he's like, wait, watch out! And everything goes black. Everything goes black.
She's still working on it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, what happened? So in her dream, which I find is cool, we go back to her as a child, and she fell trying to climb the balcony, and she just hears Vincent over her, never do that again. Don't ever do that again. Your bones are breakable. Your skin will tear. It'll take you away from this world forever, right? And she wakes up to, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! And she just goes, that's a lot of concern for someone who threw me off the top of a building. All right? Like, lighten up. You don't care that much, obviously. But it, like, those two memories kind of congealed together. She, out of the corner of her eye, like, sees her wings and kind of tries to move them, and it's different muscles. And Raihn's like, dude, watch it. Like, she's like hitting people with it and things like that. And she sees like the red and the air mark, the Hydra mark, and they look just like Vincent's. Her wings look exactly like his. And it like makes her happy. Yeah. And she starts to laugh, and then she just like starts to like sob. Yeah. Just crying unconditionally. And Raihn's like, she's like, how did you know I could do that? Yeah. And he's like, I just knew, you know, you're half vampire, you're powerful as shit, and the way you were around flying, you know, like you were. And she's like, it was obvious, like, and it was the realization that Vincent also knew,
because Vincent only took her flying once,
only once, and he'd always known, and it was never about protecting her from falling. He didn't want her to find out what she was actually capable of. And again, this has got to be hard, like coming to terms with both facts. Yeah. Because he did love her, and he did protect her. Yeah. In the way he thought he was supposed to.
And if you think about it, okay, every generation tries to get one step better, right? True. his father kept him alive, but then made him watch him murder each sibling as they came.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. He always made him watch.
You did.
As a lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay.
But so he's thinking, well, I don't want her as a threat either,
right.
but I also don't want to traumatize her. I will just keep her feeling like she makes herself where she's not a threat.
Yeah.
Still wrong.
It's hard. Those are hard feelings to have to
Vincent.
figure out as you're actually trying to save a kingdom as well. That's a lot of stress, man. I bet she's got acne.
The crown weighs heavy.
Yes, heavy the crown. She's like, why? Why would he do this? Why would he even keep me alive then? And Raihn's like, I think he was really afraid of you. Okay, if he's afraid of me, he's letting me live, so what is he afraid of? Why did he just break me instead? And Raihn's like, you're not broken, okay? Raihn tells her, there's nothing more terrifying to a vampire than love. So I think he loved you so much, but we've been taught our entire lives that every true connection is nothing but a danger.
Yeah.
So he loved you so much, but he was terrified of that love.
Well, and something interesting is the previous book started as the story of Vincent meeting Aurea for the first time from Vincent's point of view. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
And in that, he talks a lot about the king. This will be the downfall of the king and things like that.
Yeah.
Ironically, the second book starts out with Raihn talking about killing Vincent, but like talking about Aurea's reaction and things like that. And he talks a lot about like she's going to be the end of him.
Yeah.
Because of her reaction.
There is one thing that we didn't point out that I do want to point out. He said maybe the king always knew his greatest love would be his ruination. Maybe he knew it the moment he met her, and he knew it the second time he died too.
Oh. Damn.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I did note that. Anyways.
Yeah. So, Aurea was basically like, I need some space, man. I'm going through some feelings right now.
Leave me the fuck alone.
And Raihn obliges.
Yeah, he doesn't push it.
So she's just sitting on the roof of this castle with some new wings, and Raihn just flies away. Which I was like, don't you want to go somewhere like to have a contingency plan? Like
he was watching her. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. No, she didn't know. Do you think she would have? I think that was by design. Okay. He knows. She'd be like, I can still see you, motherfucker. Get out of here.
It would have been just like, can you put me in the window, please, real quick?
Just watch me from afar. Okay. Go back to the tower.
I don't want any watching. Me. If I want some alone time, leave me the fuck alone.
He can't win with you. Because you just said, why would you just leave when I told you to leave?
No, it's not that. It's go somewhere safe and then be alone. But anyway, I digress.
With her or with him?
With her. She needed to be alone.
Oh, I thought you were annoyed with Raihn.
Well, Raihn, don't be creepy and watch her from afar. That's creepy.
Or is it saving her? I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
Or is it love, Marissa?
Spoiler alert. Maybe we'll find out. No, I'm just kidding. So Aurea's just sitting on the top of the castle, and she's looking around, and she recognizes from a drawing in Vincent's room that he had this like far away set of ruins.
Right.
And she's like, that's fucking it. She's like...
Well, she's kind of pissed, too. She's like, Septimus said I would just know.
It's like,
God damn it, that's it. Right. It's right there, and I know. I just know.
And Septimus, every time he meets her, he's like, I always bet on you, and I haven't been wrong. So he's like, I can read you're so obvious.
100 steps ahead, man.
Yeah. So Aurea haphazardly flies to this ruin, and it's so funny her describing, like, basically it was falling not even gracefully. Yeah. Like just falling from place to place.
Like bumping into it. Yeah. Very Feyre with her wings.
Yes. But she crashes through this window and she's in the ruins now. And she looks up and there are actually the wings of Vincent's father, like on the wall.
Yeah.
And in the middle is this like red glowing, what looks like a heart. And she's just talking about how it's just very beautiful. And she like walks up to it and she's like, you know, best guess is blood will work. And so she just like takes, you know, her
touches
hand,
it and and her blood
just shh, and it opens up and there is this crescent shaped pendant.
Yeah.
And so she like pulls it out and it actually burns her hand a little bit when she grabs it. And right then behind her, she hears Eliana. And Eliana is like creepy AF.
I feel like you change her name every time you say it. Evelina. You keep calling her Eliana. Hey, so translation, guys. I'm not going to stop her if she does it again. So Eliana is...
Evelina.
Yeah.
Okay, but all I have to say is Evelina.
Let's just give her a nickname.
Evie.
Creepy. Evie. Creepy. What's a creep? Rebecca.
Okay. Anyway, this bitch. She is just being creepy behind her, and Oraya's like, damn it. And
she just hears, do you know how long I've been trying to access that? Fuck!
Dang it. And she actually talks about how a couple years ago, this just showed up. Vincent didn't even come and say hi, but this showed up and I knew he had been here and I thought it was for me. It should have been for me. You're creeping me out.
You gotta stop.
She goes on her villain monologue, which I will say, I usually make fun of villain monologues, but I appreciated this one.
It was so creepy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, imagine that creepy skit Marissa did. There are little purple like bruises and burns all over her because it's dawn. It's close to dawn. Oh, she said she had a look on her face like she wanted to peel Oraya's face off and wear it as her own.
She's so
to
creepy.
Set the creepy up.
She's so creepy.
So creepy.
Yeah. A child like lunged for her and bit her, and Oraya was able to like catch Evelina's arm, but she was so strong and Evelina had her against the wall and Oraya pushed as hard as she could to shift positions, and
Evelina like clawed her face.
Oof. Woof.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And she just smiled at her and was like, such a rude guest.
Yep.
Knocked her out.
So.
Pan real quick. Raihn's like, dude, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. He like watched her for hours and then the sun came out. So he started to burn a little bit, but she never came back. And Misha's like, yeah, no, something's wrong. Let's go get her. Even though the sun was out and they left. Yeah. Well, first Misha's like, do you think she like
escaped?
Ran on you.
Yeah.
And Raihn was kind of running through the possibilities, questioning it himself, and he's like, we got to go. Like,
yeah. It doesn't matter if
go.
She ran or not. We need to go find her. Meanwhile, Oraya wakes up and she's tied to a chair. And creepy cousin is standing there. She has the pendant on. And like every time she like moves and the pendant shifts, she like cringes because it's like burning her skin.
Her skin's like bubbling and creating like a cove around it, basically.
And reminder, it's morning, so her skin is slowly burning also, so she just smells like burnt flesh, and she also has Vincent's sword in her hand and it still has the towel thing over it, but she's like got it right,
but she says it's like soaked in black, which is
the blood.
Yes.
And so she is continuing her monologue and was like, why would he keep you alive? You just smell so human.
You're just so
gross. And he was like, it was meant to be me. I thought he kept me alive
like for
on purpose.
Reason.
Like this was because I was to be his heir.
I mean, at 5 years old, if you witnessed your entire family and extended family be murdered and you happen to live, through being stabbed in the heart, I would think there was a reason too. She's just crazy. It's not her fault.
Crazy. So
she had no supervision.
See, Oraya seen that this is a 5-year-old child that had to grow up by herself.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy.
She just pity her a little bit.
Yeah. She shifted tactics and was kind of like, we're blood. He loved you so much. Yeah. Like, we can do this together. Here, you're right. You should be the heir. Let me transfer the sword to you.
Do you want the sword?
It should be yours.
Yeah, it should be yours.
It's your sword. And then Oraya's like, no way she's this stupid.
Total bullshit.
No way is she this stupid. But she sees Evelina's face and is like, with hope of possibility. Like, oh, it worked. Yes, it's going to work. And so
I am victorious.
She actually pulls the sword over, and Oraya like does some fake like spiritual ceremony.
She like closes her eyes. I just feel her like trying really hard to concentrate. It's done.
It's done. It's now yours. And Evelina is like excited and like grabs it without the cloth or anything and grabs it really hard. And you just smell the burning flesh and everything.
She screams too. Yeah. She said she wouldn't release the sword though. It was hurting her. She wouldn't release it, or she goes, maybe the sword wouldn't release her. I don't know. But Oraya took the opening, reached deep, unleashed like all the power, and grabbed Evelina and pried the sword out of her hand. So she's like got the night fire on her, pried the sword out of her hand, and in that moment she felt like Vincent and memories just like flooded her. So that's also what Evelina was dealing with the whole time. And she just took the sword and drove it right through the same scar in Evelina, through her heart. A little girl like jumped on her from behind, and she went to like counter. You know, she was like starting to get attacked, and then there's like this massive rocket of like light that blasts the room, and she just like hears Raihn over the top of her, and he's like, it's all right, you're gonna be safe, I'm here. Passes out.
She passes out a lot.
Well, I think the blast was like,
yeah,
you know, and then you hear, hey, princess, I'm here, save you. We're gonna stop right there, guys. Hey, FYI. This is about page 205-ish in the book. We're going to end up doing 3 episodes, too. This one was a lot of the turmoil each individual character was going through. We got a lot of insight to Raihn and the battles and the demons he's processing.
Yes.
And a lot of insight to Oraya and the demons that she's having to, like, therapize herself through as well.
Which I appreciated this much setup for it, because I was really pissed at Raihn.
Yeah.
And by about this time, I'm like, okay, I get it. But you could have handled things better. This is now feedback, not hatred.
Yes. And I would say typically female main characters that don't get it annoy me.
Yep.
I wasn't really annoyed with Oraya. I thought she's literally processing a lot of shit, and she's not even really, she's being snooty and snippy, but she's being that way with everybody too.
Yeah.
She wants to be left alone.
Everybody's on her shit list.
She's processing a lot of shit. She don't got time for this shit. And then even when it starts to work because he knows her, she's like, stop making me care. Stop. Yeah. Like I can't go
process
there.
That right now.
And I do think a lot of her was saying, like, she knows, I think deep down she loves him and all this, but she's got to like hold that and process the fact that like who her father was, but she still loved him and she's still grateful, and she's in love with him, but he killed him, so how can I have these feelings? Is that, that's a lot. So it was a good setup. I'm glad but we snap out of it pretty quick. Yeah. FYI, foreshadowing for the next episode.
Evelina is such a creepy character, man.
What a great, like, secondary, like, villainy character, though. Like, very intriguing, was not bored, different than
built
almost
a really
anything I've ever read.
Story around it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Awesome, like, yeah. Love it very much. I can see the horror.
Yeah.
I can see all these kids. I can see
how creepy it is.
You just hear this underlying creepy music the
Yeah.
whole time in the back of my head while she's talking. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, let's talk about Vincent's voice is still in her head. And that was one of the things that I was like, is that her consciousness like saying, oh, this is what Vincent would say? Or is that actually Vincent able to talk to her?
No, that's a really good point. And that's going to continue for a good portion of the book. Because there's little parts where he's like, move, little serpent, she's on you. Like, it's him. And then there's also in dreams where she like sees him and talks to him. Like, there's one point where she's like about to confront him. Yeah, in this part. What was it? She was about to like ask him why he destroyed Savernage. No, not Savernage. Yeah, Celine, where she's from. When she sees the debris in his office, she's doing that talk out loud thing to him again, and he's talking back and forth. And it was very much a say what you wanna say. Like, Vincent kind of set her up, and she needed to ask, like, why did you lie to me?
Yeah.
And then she, like, hears the voices or wakes up or whatever it is, you know, it snaps out. Where there were a lot of times I was questioning, is she really talking to him?
Yeah.
And he's communicating with her.
From
about
the
different
dead.
things. From beyond. Like, is that going to become a factor or not? We also didn't talk a ton and stop about the little interludes of Raihn's turning and when he was turned. And I think the biggest thing to say from those is the humanness of who he was. I didn't realize he is a vampire, because when you went back to that points of view and the confusion, I'm like, oh, he was so like young and innocent and had a wife and a child and you know, this sinister, do you want to live? And it's like, who wouldn't? Of course I do.
Of course.
And then the one interlude where it's when they were flying to Lahore, so there were beaches and stuff. So right before that, we get the interlude of him on the beach, and he's being taken care of because it's hard. The turning's hard. It goes on for months. And he's like, I have to go. And he's like, you don't exist anywhere but here. And he had no idea, like, and that's it. Like, his family never heard of him again. It was like the beginning of, no, he's a slave. It was like, silly pet. You don't exist anywhere but here anymore. So I can only imagine. I don't think we're getting as much insight into Raihn and what the memories are doing to him as well. Yeah. But I can only imagine, like, they're on individual journeys in this part of the book.
Yeah, there's a bit of trauma,
like healing.
Yeah.
To then get to like some real good stuff.
So what was the part where you're like, oh, he was definitely a sex slave?
I think it was when he said, like, when the guy was like, how I've seen how you defiled yourself. And he's like, you weren't one of the ones holding me down. Well, they did that. And defile is not like, he didn't torture himself. Defile is like, you let things happen to you. You did things, you know, that you were forced to do.
Please pause while Nicole reads her notes.
So damn it. Maybe I didn't write it down. No. I don't know. Maybe I didn't write it down. Maybe I just made a mental note.
Oh, damn, those mental notes.
It must have been the defiled. That was part of it. I was like, defiled means sex. So anticlimactic. Anyways, they're on very individual trauma healing journeys. I also think Aurea is actually being pretty respectful still, even though she's being cunty. Yeah. But like, he's also eating the humble pie. He knows he deserves it to an extent. Like, he's understanding of her trauma that she's processing. Yeah. I don't know if he blames himself, because he's just like, I'm sorry this had to happen to you, but like, I can't. It's 200 years of subjugation, princess. Like, those are my peeps, you know? Like, you would do it too. And you'll realize that, and he's not throwing that in her face. He's like letting her get there and just being a presence. Yeah. Which annoys the fucking shit out of him. It's like, the better of a man he is, she's like, mother, God damn it.
Stop it. Let me be mad at you.
Let me hate you. motherfucker.
I will say, like, breakups and stuff like that are easier if you hate them.
Oh, yeah.
It's harder when it's like, this just isn't right.
Can you just really be an asshole so I don't have to be like, it's me, not you?
I'm blessed that everyone was just an asshole on the way out. No, I'm just kidding.
It is much harder to break up when you're like, I just am... You did this one thing and I got the ick and now I can't shake it.
Yeah.
So it's just not you. I now know it's not you and I can't not unknow it.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to go.
So do you think you can ever come back from the ick?
No. I don't.
You can come out of the friend zone. You can't come out of the ick.
Right. Right. The friend zone, because you love your friends. Friend zone can be pre-relationship.
Yeah.
If it forms into that, right? But once you get the ick...
Yeah, I think you're right.
You can't come back. Because the ick is like, I no longer find you attractive. And I know all of our male followers, let me explain that for women. Attractive might mean nothing about your physical appearance.
Yeah.
It might just mean, I'm never going to look at you in a sexy ass way again because you just said that and now I find you repulsive.
Yeah.
It could also be, you've had really bad breath and the way it's hit me those like 2 times,
I'm over it.
Yeah, no, if I can't love your halitosis, what the fuck? No.
Or it could be like you had a conversation with me once and a booger was hanging out of your nose a little bit. And then it was just kind of like, oh, I just
Sometimes that is what it is. And here's the funny thing. 2 different guys could do the exact same thing. Like I had a guy serenade me with a guitar and instant ick. No. And I kind of liked him before, but I was like, this is awkward. Absolutely not. It was done.
I did not like this guy before. Saw somebody random on a train up to Chicago from like high school. He was like a year or 2 older than me in high school.
Yeah.
And he was like pontificating about how great he was doing. And then he pulled out his guitar. We're like on a later train because I was a young kid. I didn't care. There was a little kid trying to sleep 2 seats ahead of him. And here he is just like playing music to me. I'm like, this is so awkward. Like, how do I like get it? And it's like a 2.5 hour train. It was so bad.
And you awkwardly didn't say anything, did you? And just
well,
lived
what
that.
else am I supposed to do?
I'd go to sleep.
I didn't go to sleep. Damn it.
Or I would have like gotten up to go to the bathroom and like not come back.
I think I did get up and like be like, I'm gonna go look at the snack car, and like went and sat and ate at the snack car. So I was gone for a while.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but it was still...
And if you don't get the hint by that, that's honestly your fault.
I don't remember this guy.
But like, my point is,
he was multiple years older than me.
I've read about, like, I could see how another girl, that would be a moment, right? So my point to that was, it's not the action. It's not like, oh, take notes. Don't ever serenade a girl with a guitar. No. On the right girl, it will work. On every other girl, it will be creepy as fuck.
Not on a train in public.
Well, he's unaware, which is a different ick. It's not just the serenading. It's the
unawareness of the
and the audacity. Like, you think no one else is you're a planet on your own, dude? Like, there are people here. At least the guy who serenaded me gave me a ride home, and we were talking in his truck, and then we sat on the tailgate and he started playing his guitar, and I was like... And that was the one I remember where it's like, I did really like him. Like, got like little fuzzy feelings. It was like, oh my God, he like really likes me. And he was a little bit older, not awkward older, just like a year and a half older or something. And then he started playing.
Was it because he was bad at...
No, he was good. He was good. It was just like, we detasseled. Yeah. So he drove me home from detasseling.
Oof.
So
not a good start. Not a good start.
He's 16. I'm like 14. Honestly.
Oh,
yeah. Or no, I was probably 15. I was 15. Or going to be 15 or something like that.
Your story keeps changing.
I don't know. But I know, or he was like 17 and I was 16. You know what I mean? It was like a little bit. He was a little bit older, but not a ton. And he literally, as soon as he started playing, it was like, like the bubble just went, psst. Oh no. And then I couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
The ick is the ick, man.
I will say I have themed icks, though. There's been multiple guys that I kind of had a crush on, and they, like, got super drunk or, like, picked a fight. Yeah. And you know me, it's like, if you're shouting at people and stuff, I'm like, grow the fuck up. Like, that's not
those are all personality windows, though, that you pick up on. Not necessarily. I think generally speaking, guys, if you're into a girl, it's creepy unless she thinks you're hot. If I think you're hot, it ends up being endearing. If I don't, you're a creep.
I don't think I agree with that.
I think that's what it ends up being.
No, because that makes it seem like it's only if you're hot.
Or I should say hot. Attracted. Attracted.
I like that better because for me it's
because that's not really what I meant. I meant attracted. Yeah.
There's like guys that I would say are probably historically more attractive, but I think this other guy's more attractive because of his humor, personality, intelligence.
What you were talking about is attraction too. You lost attraction because they started like yelling at the waiter. Ugh. Instant done. Gotta
Getting
go home.
Fights in a fight at a charity football game.
Oof.
Oof.
Woof. 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 The police came. Your 10-year-old son's there. That's embarrassing. True story, by the way. True story. Okay. We don't want to steal all of our thunder from the next episodes, which I'm very excited about because I very much love this duology.
Yes.
But reminder, we love it so much that we're not going to read the next duology yet.
We will when we have more time.
We will. There is also a novella that I was telling you about. That's Vale and his wife's story.
Which I'm down now because we hear a lot more about
Literally,
Vale.
when Vale busts into the room, they're coming back from the end of that novel.
Perfect.
Like having to rush to go back into noble life.
Spoiler.
Dude. It's a good story. It's cute too. Yeah. It's a cute little love story. It makes you. I don't necessarily ache to know more about Vale or his wife, but that story is really cute. It makes me actually a little annoyed that his wife doesn't have a bigger part. In this world right now because she's
a big deal.
Pretty fucking awesome, actually. Okay. Yeah, she's cool. Okay, so we will be back with the second part, which is essentially the next 200 pages. I don't remember what chapters, but follow us wherever you're listening to this podcast. Click the follow button, subscribe button, whatever. And thank you for talking high tales with your favorite Liz sisters.
Goodbye.
Bye.